He said he loved me, but his love came with rules, with silence, with looks that spoke louder than any word. The first time I noticed it, I thought it was just his way of being calm, distant, mysterious. It felt safe at first, but slowly that silence began to cage me. He decided what we watched, what we ate, who I spoke to, and when I disagreed, he smiled, a quiet, heavy smile that froze me more than anger ever could. Nights in that apartment felt like a play, each gesture rehearsed, each breath measured. I tried to laugh, to talk, to exist, but his eyes would tell me when to stop. I wasn't living, I was performing. For him, I wore what he liked. I spoke when he allowed. Every move became a negotiation between who I was and who he wanted me to be. He never shouted, he didn't need to. Control doesn't always come from noise. Sometimes it's the quiet that crushes you. One night, I sat by the window of that luxury apartment, the city lights flickering below. He was lying on the bed, phone in hand, pretending not to watch me. I asked him softly, "Do you ever see me?" He looked up and said, "Of course I do. You're right here." But he wasn't seeing me. He was seeing what he built. Before I go on, if you've ever felt invisible in love, subscribe and stay, because silence deserves to be broken. I remember the night I tried to tell him I was unhappy. My voice trembled. His didn't. He just said, "You think too much." 3 words that erased everything I felt. After that, I stopped speaking. I stopped asking. I became the version of me that didn't make him uncomfortable. Sometimes I would stand in front of the mirror, wearing that black silk pajama he once said he liked. I'd stare at my reflection, trying to remember the woman I was before him, but she felt like a stranger. The apartment was beautiful, cold marble, soft lights, silence. It looked perfect from the outside. But inside, it felt like a museum filled with memories I wasn't allowed to touch. He liked when I looked calm, so I learned to cry without tears. I learned to smile without joy, to love without voice. The more I gave, the more invisible I became. He called it harmony. I called it disappearing. One evening, he came close and said, "You make me feel peaceful." I wanted to tell him that peace wasn't love. It was submission, but I didn't. I just nodded, letting silence answer for me, like always. That night, he fell asleep beside me. I stayed awake, listening to the sound of his breathing, wondering when I had stopped being part of my own life. In that stillness, something inside me shifted. I didn't scream, I didn't move, but I decided. The next time I smiled, it would be real, not rehearsed. Sometimes control hides behind gentle hands and calm voices. Sometimes love is just obedience wearing perfume. If you're watching this and you've ever mistaken control for care, know this: you're not hard to love. You were just loving someone who needed power more than partnership. Walk away from the quiet that kills you. Find the silence that heals you.